Alrighty then, welcome back to UniX DBS, aka Universe X, and we're going to start off this new chapter of the channel with a bang. Got a new little bit of intro, changed up the logo just a smidge, and we're going to start off with a video that a lot of people have been asking me about, whether you've been DMing me, whether you've hit me up on the Discord, whether you've just been on Facebook and asked me in a comment. A lot of people have been asking about this list, and I mean, you see the title, you know what it's about. So right before I get into that, if you like the content, think about hitting that subscribe button. We're building the channel. We're going to keep building. We got a lot of videos coming up. Got some giveaways. We still have to do the 1K subscriber celebration. I'm just waiting on a few more pieces to come in the mail, and then we can start on that. So feeling pretty good. If you haven't been by the community forum on Facebook, visit it. It's great. The link will be in the description. Also, I have a group that I'm going to be posting a fair amount more called Universe X. That's still here. And then on top of that, we've got the Discord as well. I'm just really happy to be able to just grow in this community, and it's like a dream come true getting as far as we have, but it'll be another dream come true to hit even more milestones in the future. So with that being said, I wanted to at last draw attention to a video coming up. I already set the premiere. I'm not going to go into it too much because I want to keep the hype where it's at, but check out the channel. Check out the channel, check out the premiere, see what's up, you feel me? Hold on. So, without further ado, let me get into my Universe 7 Gohan list. Alright, so yeah, let's actually get into this. As you guys know, you have got, spoiler alert, you've got the Gohan leader. Just a quick recap on him. He's got Warrior of Universe 7, so it's going to allow you to play any Universe 7 card as if it had no specified cost, which is very good. Auto, once per turn, when you use a Universe 7 card in the combo, draw one card. When you play when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red Unison card specified cost of 2 or less in play, you may draw one card, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and add cards from your life to your hand until you are at 5 life. That's tight. Then when he flips over, he has all the same effects. The only difference is now once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When you combo with a vanilla, like a skillless 2-drop red card, you're going to be able to take a marker off of your Unison, and then the combo card gains 6,000 more combo. So it just changes up the math, gives it a tiny bit of boost. Basically, he punches harder, you feel me? And then the last one, once per turn, when one of your red Unison cards with a specified cost of 2 in the Unison area is placed in the drop area, choose up to one skilled battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less, 2 in your drop area and play. So you just get a body when your Unison dies. Just adds a little bit, one more swing when your Unison dies. Very inconsequential, but still, one more swing can be the difference between winning and losing, especially when that swing is a 20k swing. So we'll put that to the side, okay? The very first part of the deck, arguably one of the best parts of it, and clearly one of my favorite cards because it's the first time I've always gotten an SPR in a good while. First time Ultimate Gohan's gotten an SPR, period, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, we've got 4 of the SPR 1-drop Gohan. He's weird because he's not like the backbone of the deck. He's more like the cybernetic enhancement to the backbone of the deck. The deck will filter cards regardless. This card turns your filters into pluses. And what I mean by that is, you cycle a 1-drop. And it's a cycle because you're going to discard it, you're going to draw. This is going to allow you to see more cards, clearly. Now, you throw in the androids, which we'll get to later, and they'll actually turn those into a cycle too. You're going to draw 2 cards, you're going to draw 2 cards. This is going to allow you to filter through your deck very well. But when you have this guy on board, they turn them into +1 effects, and you're seeing 3 extra cards. You're going to play the vanilla in your combo area, draw 1 from your leader, draw 2 from the 1-drop, well, second one, and then you're going to combo the android and draw 1 more. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, this guy, it's amazing. You don't need him on the field, and you're going to find that a lot of your turns, you're not going to have him on the field. You can't rely on this guy being on the field to make your plays work. Otherwise, you're going to end up just missing a lot of value. That being said, you have to play him very knowingly in your matchups. Against like Dark Broly, you're going to have a lot of single target removal, and so you can't rely on this guy staying on the board. You're gonna have to, you know, put him down, get your swings in, combo when you can, and then know that he's probably leaving the game on the next turn. So yeah, it's just kind of like that. And I'm gonna go into breaking down the deck a lot more later, probably after Gen Con, but this is gonna be just kind of the briefness. And this is currently, it's like, this is not the list I'm taking to Gen Con. It's pretty close though. I gotta put that disclaimer out there. Next, we've actually got 2 Broly, Crown of Retribution. He's a 1-drop. If your opponent has 2 or more untapped energy, you can play him, look at your opponent's hand, and swipe a battle card with 2,000 or 20,000 power or less from the hand. This is a very good card because there's a lot of cards that require you to keep up 2 energy. They're detrimental to, you know, life being lived, such as Topo, such as the blue Gohan negate that comes in Baby. There's a whole lot of things, and this guy actually catches a lot of stuff. He can take out super combos. You know, your opponent has a hand where, you know, it may come together, but they need to defensively super combo and draw into more pieces. No, get that crap out of here. Or you're about to go in, you're like, my opponent hasn't seen too many cards, what are the odds? And you just whoop whoop, and you start snatching your opponent's topos. You know, this is a very, very good card. Or you can offensively try to take one of their best key pieces. Either way, this card is crucial against blue matchups, and it's actually really good in the red mirror too. Next, for the super combo, right now we are running this, and I think this still may be the move. We're testing out this between this and Raditz. We're just kind of going back and forth, but this is searchable with the 1-drop Gohan, and you know, if he's the first Universe 7 you combo with the turn, he's going to draw 2. The other thing is he's live from the moment you awaken at 5 life, and sometimes with this deck, if you're in the lead, you can stay at 5 life for a long time. So I think this super combo is good, but this is the old one back from the themed booster. Basically, for 5 or less life, he's a super combo. So pretty neat. Next, you have got the vanilla package. So in this deck, there are 2 ways you can run the vanillas, okay? If you are running the Frieza Unison, then you can essentially see your vanillas as your entire engine. As long as you keep recycling vanillas and searching them out and drawing them, you can keep comboing them to get your cycle out, okay? And just because some people may not know, you got a Goku and you got a Piccolo. Great looking full art cards. So you got that, and I love it. But if you're not running the Frieza Unison, these are more like bullets. You have X amount of times where if you play it right, you can +1 and see 2 to 3 cards as long as you play it right. So either way, these are going to be how your deck accelerates. This is not a normal skillless deck in the sense that you are constantly just, oh, I'm playing skillless and subpar cards, but because I'm doing that, I'm able to play cards that work with skillless and give me sort of not subpar effects. No, that's not how Gohan works. Gohan is using your skillless as acceleration. You just need to see them and combo them, and generally they'll start getting you ahead. So there's not really that much to talk about because you don't even really play these. Like, you could hard cast them, but that feels really bad. You will get one if your Unison dies, but again, it's a very kind of weird position. Normally they just don't really come into play. You just combo them. Now we got the Android suite. We got the 18, and then we've got the 17s. Now these guys are cool. When they get comboed, they basically check your combo area, and if your combo area has only 1 red skillless card, you're gonna draw an additional card, okay? And I guess it's yeah, that's just pretty cool. So basically, this is what I was talking about earlier. You combo a skillless card, you're gonna draw 1 from your leader skill. You combo this card, if those are the only 2 cards in your combo area at this point, you're going to draw again, okay? And this is where the littiness happens, because when you have Gohan on the field, you're gonna draw twice from that 1 vanilla, and then another time for this, making 3 cards seen, but making, you know, you're plussing 1, you're filtering a lot. This deck is very good at seeing its 2 and 3Ls because you were drawing so much, you were filtering so much. The reason why I have the split is because while this is a 2-drop, Android 17 says that she's a 2-drop, barrier 10,000, activate battle once per turn, One red or Universe 7 battle card in your combo area gets plus 5,000 power for the battle. That's cool and all, but that's just a 5,000 swing, and this deck has no problem comboing. This one, though, is Barrier and Blocker, 19k. Once per turn, when you activate this card's blocker skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gains minus 15k power for the turn. And that's actually really, really savage, because if you were having to hard cast either one of these, I'd want it to be the 17. You're going to be able to play the 17, block something for 19k. You can still combo on it afterwards, but even then, you can minus 15k something on the board, which could potentially just be a point and kill. So I feel like if you have to hard cast one, it's definitely the 17, and that's actually why I want to play the 17 over the 18 at 4. So, yup. Next, you know him, you love him, Champa. Really nothing to explain here. This deck can shotgun extremely high. There's no reason not to run Champa. Next, it wouldn't be red without red free plays. So we've got 3 Yamcha Merciless Barrage. You guys should know this card. It is a staple in the deck. It is staple pretty much in any red deck. Hits a lot of stuff. Very good versus red. Very good at clearing some stuff in blue. Very good against pretty much most things in the deck. Now, it's not as powerful as it used to be because a lot of things have Deflect and Barrier, but this card still gets through a lot, you know? You can even play it against Dark Broly and, you know, 2 of their battle cards aren't going to swing as high, meaning you can potentially combo out of them because Dark Broly doesn't really have a good combo on its own. So that's actually pretty much that. It's self-explanatory. I'm not going to really go into Wolfang Fist in a red deck. You know, you should already kind of, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you should probably try playing red. These cards are from the starter deck, Starter Vegeta. This is a Surprise Attack Son Gohan. Lots of people sleep on this card. They want to play the Vegeta Spirit Boost thing, the SSB Surprise Attack Vegeta. They want to play that instead. And I really don't understand that. SSB is a 1k to combo, so he can get stuck in your hand, and he's unique, so you can't double up. This guy, for instance, though, is great. He's a base 20k. When you have 2 or more red battle cards in your combo area, you can pay a red, play this guy. He negs 10k on something when he comes into play, and that's a huge, huge point of this card. You can combo twice, and on your awakening turn, generally because of other cards in the deck, you can be at 5 life and tapped out 3 energy and be fine. Or you can keep 1 energy up. Whether you decide to keep that 1 energy up or you decide to add a little more pressure into your board, they could have a mini floodgate. They could have a card like True Fighting Spirit that you don't want on the board when you're going to start negating when they start swinging. So what do? With your own energy, you combo the 2 cards you were going to on your awakening, and we'll get to that. And then we play Surprise Attack Son Gohan, minus 10k on your True Fighting Spirit, and if they don't have another one, they have to be open to your negates without knowing they'll rip a card from your hand. Very, very good. Also, you have things like Dark Broly, you know? You can easily go Surprise Attack. You can swing on them, combo to like 25k or something like that, and then be like, okay, cool, Surprise Attack. Minus 10k on it. Are you going to drop 2 5Ks in your hand in a Dark Broly deck to stop my leader swing from going through in your Dark Broly if necessary? I'm not sure about it. And then if you do, cool. Are you going to feel stupid when I put the 20k on your Dark Broly again and ask you if you got another 5? Cool. It all goes to grave, but especially right now, Dark Broly is a lot harder to has a lot harder time defending itself. And red is one of those decks where even if they do start removing their grave, you have floodgates that can put red in its place. So or put Dark Broly in its place. So it's just one of those cards that I feel like is very, very, very versatile. You can lower power to swing on it. You can get rid of those weenies that have great detrimental effects. Yeah, it's just a really, really good card, and it's a Gohan, so automatically you got to put it a little higher up on the hierarchy, you know what I'm saying? Next, old Floodgate McGee, Dumpster Hands himself, Topo Righteous Aid. This guy, pretty hype. I do love him a lot. Yes, people are running Super Kamehameha. Yes, he can be Godzilla. There's a lot of things that can happen, but he's still de facto one of the best floodgates in the game. And if your opponent can't answer him, then they just get their turn shut off. So very, very, very good. You have to be careful about which matchups because red can crown him. So unless you have 2 in your hand, sometimes it's unsafe to just bank on that play. Black has, you know, Super Kamehameha, so you got to watch out for that 4 or less life. There's just a lot of things that can touch him, but his power is raw. So yeah, don't sleep on him. You shouldn't be, and don't be afraid to kind of lean on him. You just got to make sure you're smart when you do it. Now, we've got 4 Divine Presence Son Goku. This guy is pressure. Now, I used to feel like this deck needed a de facto finisher, but my homie Amani really did kind of let me understand that this card is pressure. Him coming down on turn 3 can be mad pressure. Him coming down twice in a turn is 6 30k swings and you +2 to your hand. And he can't be removed from the field on your turn. So you can actually go full shotgun on him and know that he can't, they have to out combo him. If they don't counter him, he has to out combo. So this guy is, when you have 2 or more red cards in your battle area, much like the Gohan, you are able to pay 2, play this guy. When you play him, he can give any red card 5k. That's your Unison, that's your leader, that's a battle card. That's important. Then when he swings, he's able to give himself 5k once per turn and search a vanilla. So what's going to happen is you're going to play him, you can put the 5k on him. When you swing, you search a vanilla to better help your combos, and then you're able to give him another 5k, making him a 30k swinger. He's dual attack. He can't be removed during your turn. He's still very, very vulnerable during your opponent's turn, but the thing is here, he is a massive amount of pressure and he keeps your deck rolling. And because he's able to give the 5k to anything, he's actually a very good defensive card. There are turns where you can in red leave all 4 of your energy up and know that if your opponent gets too handsy, you can topo. But if they don't go handsy enough, you can play a Divine Presence, give your leader 5k, and know you have him on turn for next turn if they can't remove him. Or in some of the worst cases, if you know your opponent just ain't got it in terms of color and deck build, you could drop 2 Divine Presences, put your leader up to 25k, and then give the thumbs up. And if they can't neutralize your field, you're going to start off the board with 4 25k swings that are going to search you vanillas. Yeah, it gets out of control very, very quickly. He's a very, 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 very good card. And in this deck, it's one of the few decks that doesn't really minus by playing him, because all the cards are replacing each other if you got the Gohan out. Now, this next one is a bit spicy. We've got Hot Boy himself, Universe 7 Sand Prince Vegeta. You know, he doesn't have deflect, and he costs 5 energy, which is unheard of in this format. But, I mean, when you play him, you can give something triple strike, and he, you know, I guess that's cool. JK, we're not playing this card. I just kind of wanted to put it on screen because it's like a freaking $600 bomb. For real though, it is kind of funny. You look at the interactions, you can give Divine Presence triple strike, and he's already got dual attack. I was being a jerk in early testing. I was with my red blue variant, I was playing this on top of the secret rare, and it was just really, really funny. But no, he's definitely not in the deck. That was a meme, and we'll be moving on. So what we're at to next, we're getting to the end of the battle cards. We've got 2 Fighting Against Fates. You find that in this deck, you do end up putting a lot of cards in the grave, the drop area, and so you do have a lot of chances to play this. Lots of people use Fighting Against Fate as a finisher, and that you can use them as a finisher in this deck as well. You know, play out all your stuff, exhaust their energy, play Fighting Against Fate, and go, hey, okay, what you gonna do now? But in this deck, I like having 2 because you're able to really put on the pressure. The turn you get Divine Presence and this in one turn, you got, you know, maybe a Unison, your leader. I'm not even counting anything, but that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings that turn. And 2 of them are coming at 25. 2 of them are probably coming in at 30k if you played this turn. But the amount of times that you can swing in this deck sometimes, like, just like I said, imagine the pressure when you double play these, but you also have one of these, and you're able to, you know, you already swing with a Unison, but you swing your leader now, and you draw your cards, and you swing twice with Bardock, and you know, it can touch Bardock, but they can't touch these can't be removed. They can be tapped though, so be careful against yellow. And then, you know, you swing twice and you swing twice. It really can add up very, very fast. Like I said, pressure. This is the definition of tempo. It's not necessarily like, oh, you're just gonna die, but this is tempo aggression. Next, there wasn't any question. You have to play the best secret rare, in my opinion. It's that Hot Fire. You already know. You have a lot of chances to use it because you spread your attacks out pretty wide, and red doesn't necessarily have, like, yes, some red decks are better than others at killing Unisons, but this is just such a unique effect, and it's just so good. As for the Unison choice, I don't think this surprises anybody. It is Piccolo. I do have some tinkering left to do with the list, but I think everybody should understand Frieza does a lot of things for the deck, but it's not proactive. You can shuffle a vanilla, but you don't necessarily need to shuffle a vanilla. And after shuffling a vanilla, you know, you don't get to plus from him until your opponent's turn when they swing, and likely they'll swing at the Unison because it's probably only at 3 markers and it can be easily killed. His 5k protects himself once, and all you got to do is put a 5k on top of their swing, and generally it goes through. So that's kind of rough. Piccolo, however, is able to immediately see you another card when he gets played. You just +1 him. He's able to be really in line with your deck, because when you're swinging like a gajillion times and Piccolo's on the field and they start countering, you start picking away at their board, and it's wonderful. Last but not least, he actually is able to rejuvenate, and you draw so many cards in this deck, you will see another Unison, and you will want to put a Unison under him so you can regenerate later. Very good, very synergistic, and there's something about Gohan and his father in the same deck like that, working side by side, which is beautiful. Literally, Piccolo allows his son to awaken. Poetic justice. Next, testing the op. Testing the opposition, very, very good card. And since you awaken to 5 life, if you want to protect your Unison, there's no better card to have in here. Having my cat's going wild. Having Yamcha's Merciless Barrage plus testing the opposition in hand after you awaken due to Unison is probably just like one of the better things you can even do. It's just kind of just wonderful. Like, you're able to just know that you can neg battle cards, but also know that you can just take a life and just yeet and put a blocker on board. It's just very, very, very good, very, very good red defense, and it stops 2 attacks unless they can segue into some removal mid-swing. And the last 3 cards in the main, we have got King Vegeta's Imposing Presence. Get down from their cat. Stop. And yeah, so we've got King Vegeta's Imposing Presence, and it is a just wonderful card. It's like a reverse Senzu Bean. It starts negging everything on your opponent's field. This is one of those cards where, you know, you can stop a bunch of wide swings, and it's just good for you if you want to live, you know, and I like living. So very, very, very good card. If you're a Sand, you can activate it for free if you're at 3 life or less. Sometimes you can have turns where you are at 4 and you testing the op to get a negate and a blocker, and then when they swing again, you're able to activate this because you're at 3 life now and discard a card. So there's a lot of little cool plays that work hand in hand. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was actually the deck list. Intricacies, I think I'm gonna wait till after Gen Con to go into, but I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. I'm having a lot of fun. It's not the strongest deck of the format, I don't think so, but I definitely am loving it, and it's got more than enough gas to put a lot of decks in the dirt. Like, just know that. So yeah, if you liked the content, think about hitting that subscribe button. I didn't want to give away the sauce quite yet. I'm very proud of this deck, and I'm very happy just playing it, but I know a lot of people have been asking me about it, and I wanted to do good by my subscribers and viewership. So if you guys can get this video to 50 likes, I would very much so appreciate it, because I mean, like I said, it took me a lot of thinking to come out and just do this video, and I would love to see the support. All my Gohan fans out there, Gohan Gang, hashtag Gohan Gang. Actually, just put that in the comments. Hashtag Gohan Gang, and then leave a like. Let's get this thing up to 50. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next episode.